Call of Duty has always been a fun franchise. Through the years, Call of Duty has evolved in many ways, many times, gone through weird phases and weird stuff. And today, I'm going to give my thoughts and opinions on the newest Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2019. Now, I know that the kind of hype for this game has pretty much already gone, and I'm getting interested into it after the hype is done. But I'm fine with that, and I really don't care. I want to enjoy the game because it's fun to me. The user interface in this game is very unique. I found it very easy to navigate and very useful to use. It was never in the way or felt cluttered unless I was in the armory. I like how everything is set up, everything feels nice and clean. And this seems to be, in terms of user interface, one of the best Call of Duties that there have been in several years, in my opinion. Everything is manageable and where it should be. Nothing feels out of place or strange. You can easily select what kind of game mode you want to play and what matches you would like to play. Everything is easy and simple. Selecting a gun class or changing it or customizing it is very easy. In past Call of Duties, I have had trouble trying to navigate it because everything just seems so confusing, but in this it's very easy, simple, and just shown upright. This game feels fresh, feels new, it feels easy to use, it's not difficult, it doesn't want to fight you to be able to play it and enjoy the game, such as games like GTA. Sometimes I find it very difficult to navigate on there because everything is either too slow, out of place, or not optimized well. But here everything works, it synergizes well. Everything is well synchronized. So overall, if I were to rate this, I'd probably rate this like an 8 or a 9 out of 10, because usually the menu feels great, but very rarely it has a little hiccup or two, a little mess up, which is fine. The gameplay for this game is pretty much overall good. It's a great improvement from the most recent CODs in the later years from what I can tell. It feels like they're going back to the roots and expanding upon it. It still has that super soldier feeling to it where you can run around and get all the kills you want if you're good enough. But you feel grounded too. There are certain limitations that you have to work around and try to figure out how to counter. Some weapons are better than others, and you have to just learn the weapons. And it takes actual skill majority of the time to get kills, but sometimes it's just luck. So overall the gameplay is pretty good, it's fun, there's a lot of features like mounting, tactical sprinting, sliding. It feels great because each situation that you're put into feels different than the last. My only main gripe about this gameplay has to do with map design, which I will get into next, but that doesn't really, they affect each other, they're interconnected but not the same thing, so it's kind of hard to explain, so I'll just explain that in the next section. Overall, this feels like a COD game, but a refined one, a new one, a one that the community has been wanting for a long time and been waiting for. This feels like a breath of fresh air from Black Ops 4 and the games before. This feels new, because it is new. And I say this with Cold War about to be released in a couple of months, and that looks new too, but I personally prefer this to Cold War. It just feels more lively. It feels like there's more action and more fun gameplay to be had here. Sometimes it's fun when stuff are unbalanced because it adds a new element to the game that you wouldn't even think would be there. Modern Warfare 2 is a perfect example of this. So overall, if I were to rate this, I would rate it 9 out of 10 because there are a few cracks, but they are very minuscule and do not outweigh the gameplay, definitely. The gameplay is so fun in this game. It can get repetitive at times, but every game can, so map design is obviously a big thing in a multiplayer game. It influences how the players move throughout the environment and can change their decision making and steps on how to achieve a certain goal. And the map design in this game, it's good. It's not great. It's not perfect. It's significantly better than the CODs earlier that came before it. World War II, Black Ops 4, Infinite Warfare, and BO3. It's significantly better than those, but it's not perfect. And personally, I think Cold War has better maps. But sometimes Modern Warfare maps are better. My main issues with these maps are either they're 3 lanes, they're really good, which there are a few that are like I actually like a lot, or it's just really open and you can get shot from almost every single angle. I don't like stepping out for 3 seconds and then getting obliterated by everyone sitting on a window. It doesn't make the game fun. It detracts from the overall experience. And some people might say it's a new element to the game, but I don't really see it as a new element. I kind of see it as a burden. I want to be moving around when I'm in a COD game, not camping unless I'm using a sniper. So I don't see the point in having maps where it's so heavily influenced to be camping. Like, I feel like only a few players should camp and around and the rest should rotate around the map. Like, camping shouldn't be so big as it is. That's just my personal take on the maps. I kind of like 3-lane maps, but only under some circumstances. A lot of recent COD games also had 3-lane maps. That's all they had. They didn't have any variety, which could obviously cause some issues. And Modern Warfare actually does good in this sense because it has open maps and 3-lane maps, which are both good. An obvious example of a 3-lane map being Shoot House. It's easy to navigate, feels open to be able to shoot someone, yet you have enough cover. That is a good blend and makes a good map. Now, would I want to play that map every single time I load up the game? No. But having that and some variety creates a good map selection. I like how that works, that flows. So overall, if I were to rate map design, I'd rate it as 7 out of 10. 7 because a lot of maps do stick out and are great. And then you just have like mediocre maps that are kind of like okay but not too great. Sometimes variety and good maps, and then other times it's just like mediocre maps. It's still a giant leap forward from what the COD community had before with the other games, where there just was only 3-lane maps. You could only go 3 directions, and it felt more like an arena game than an actual COD game. Ground War is pretty good too. It's pretty much Activision's or Infinity Ward's take on Battlefield, like their own version of it. It's watered down, but it's still like in the COD formula, which is good. I like that. I played it a couple times. I'm not too good. I'm not too good at the main game either, but I play for fun, so. Another topic I feel like I should discuss is Warzone, which, if you don't know, is Call of Duty's take on Battle Royale. And at first, when I started playing Warzone, I played like a couple of matches and I thought, this is alright. It kind of seems like more of the same. Just seems like PUBG or Apex, but just COD's version. I didn't even like the Battle Royale genre to begin with, so I kind of just like went with the flow at first, but over time I just lost interest at it. But the more and more I played Warzone, the more and more I got interested into it. And it's actually turning out like I'm starting to like Warzone. It's different because it has several different features. It obviously has the features that COD on Warfare has of mounting, tactical sprint, all those goodies. And it also has its own system to it, its own cash system, which I like because you can revive teammates through it and stuff like that. You can get upgrades. It has fun gameplay, and I actually enjoy it. Other Battle Royale games I don't really care for, like, at all. But this one was different, apparently fast travel has been added as of Season 6. This gameplay was recorded back in Season 5, like when I was in level 70 or 80 or something. So it's been a long time since it's passed. I've just been delaying this video because I'm lazy. But Warzone is pretty fun. Obviously the same circle closing stuff and then the same old, but it's good. I like it. I'd probably rate it 8 out of 10 because it's fairly fun, but sometimes it just feels unfair due to RNG, which I don't like RNG. But it's fun for the most part. It's enjoyable. I play it with my friend a lot, Nene, so we have fun playing that. So yeah. Another mode in this game that comes with it if you bought the full game is co-op, which you have to download packs for. Same goes for multiplayer, single player, but not Warzone. Anyways, co-op is Spec Ops and Survival. And co-op I haven't actually touched until recently because I didn't have the packs because I didn't have enough storage on my PS4, but I got external storage, so I ended up playing it with Nene and we had some fun. It's not as good as multiplayer, I think, but it's content and entertaining, so it's good. It's survival, Spec Ops, like I said, so survival is just, you have to try to withstand waves of guys that kill you, and you can use a money system to get weapons and gear, so that's pretty fun. But I have found that I've been disconnected multiple times, and it's not even because of my connection, because everyone got disconnected. I wasn't even host. My friend wasn't even host, so it just seems the servers aren't as good on survival as I thought they would be, but it's still fun to play. Spec Ops is pretty fun too, but I find survival more fun. At first I wanted to play more Spec Ops because I didn't really play it that much at all compared to survival, because I already knew what survival would be like. But it's fun, it has replay value, but I just prefer survival. It's just more fun for me personally. But I do feel like there's more content in Spec Ops, so they did a good job with that too. So in conclusion, I think Call of Duty Modern Warfare is a great game in the series, a breath of fresh air, a good new addition, and I think it's going to go remembered as a good game in the Call of Duty series. It stands out by using new features such as tactical sprint and mounting, and having its new and inventive gameplay. This is a pretty fun game, and I recommend anyone who enjoys first-person shooters to get this game and give it a try. You may not like it, but at least you gave it a try. I found this game pretty entertaining, fun, and enjoyable. And if I forgot to mention the last one, what I would rate co-op, I'd rate it as 7 out of 10. So for the final rating, I'm just going to average out all the ratings that I've given out in each individual section, which is 7.8. I feel like that's pretty accurate to rate this game at. So in total, I'd rate it a 7.8 out of 10. It's a pretty good game, pretty enjoyable experience. It's not perfect, and in order to have fun majority of the time, you have to be playing with friends, which kind of sucks. So, at least from what I find, this is my personal opinion. I find this game very enjoyable, but at times it can seem lackluster. But majority of the time, it's very robust in its innovative formula of a new Call of Duty game. This is probably going to go down as my favorite Call of Duty game just because of how polished it is to the bone. It just feels great and enjoyable. Thank you all for watching my video. I don't upload frequently because I'm just lazy, so I'm probably not going to upload a lot in the future, just to give you guys a heads up. I may stream some more. I like streaming for fun. I also like making videos for fun, but that's pretty obvious. So anyways, thank you all for watching, and goodbye.